Hi, on advanced team this year, I pretty much learned that I should just stop rushing with my life and just sit back and just watch what God made for me. That's what God told me.
My name is Allison Mills, and I am on the skit and music team at Prescott. And some things that God taught me on advanced team was, I think He taught me that I really need to be still and just listen to Him more and try and focus on Him instead of all the crazy things going on around me. And also that I need to worship Him in my everyday life, not just when I'm singing or praying or whatever, but in my actions and the things that I do and say.
Hey guys, one thing that I really learned on advanced team was, for some reason, every time we sat down to do our quiet time on the mountains, I always picked a really bad spot. The first day it was really buggy and there's all these annoying gnats and everything flying around, and then another day I sat on this really pointy rock that was really uncomfortable. And then another day all these tourists were walking by taking pictures and knocking over my stuff. So one thing that and all these distractions really frustrated me and everything. So one thing that God really taught me was just to ignore those distractions and block them out and just focus on Him and to be still. And Len gave us this book about worship, and one thing I really learned from that was it said God starts out every day with an invitation saying, "Here I am." So I think that really touched me, and just to learn how to focus on God and know that He's always there if you're seeking Him.
On advanced team, it's a lot easier to just be able to just spend time being quiet and paying attention to what's going on around you. So through that, God was able to just teach me a lot about silence and solitude and different disciplines of the ancient church that I'd been reading about this year in school and with Bill. And I was able to put them into practice, and God just really worked through me to teach me to be silent and to just focus on Him. And I obviously talk a lot. Anybody who knows me will tell you I talk a lot. So it was amazing to just see the waves crashing around me and not feel like talking, just feel like listening to God sitting around me and feel His presence rather than talking over it. So that was probably the most influential thing that A-Team did for me this year.
I guess what God has taught me on this trip is that before I came, I was really independent and kind of relied just on myself. And on advanced team and through the VBS, I just learned to rely on God more and just to give it all up to Him. Through the silence, I need to be still and just know that He's there.
This year on advanced team, I learned a lot of new things. I went in 2004, and I was with all my friends, and so I had close relationships. But this year, I was definitely out of my comfort zone. I was the only senior that went, so there's a lot of younger people, and it taught me how to make new friends and have better relationships, even though they're younger than me. I can still have a great time with them and just fool around. And also this year we climbed some new mountains, and just going up on top of the mountains and seeing all the wonderful creation that God's made again was just amazing. And when we were up on top of the mountains, we could feel His presence, and it was just an amazing time. So.
This year on advanced team, well, it was my first time up to Acadia, and it's so beautiful up there, and it was so great to get a chance to take some time out of my regular life and just be silent with God. And that was the one thing that was really different for me, was the silent time, where I could just kind of talk to God and focus on only God. You don't get that much in everyday life, and that was great. And I made a lot of friends, and I learned a lot of things. God showed me great things in Acadia, and it was just beautiful. And He also showed me through my new friends, I could really see Him through my friends, which was pretty awesome. So I learned many things, and it was a great trip.
Hi, my name's Colin Van Every, and I went on A-Team this year because I wanted a different experience from Maine. And something that God really taught me this year is that it's really important to get outside of my comfort zone, and I'm a Boy Scout, so it's kind of hard to get out of my comfort zone with like camping and stuff. So he took me out of my comfort zone in other ways, like with people and just with other experiences that I never thought he was able to do. So that's what I learned this year.
This is my first time on A Team, and I had a very, very fun time. I heard so much about it last year and how like God changed them so much, and just the sights were beautiful, and it taught me like how to be thankful for like everything God has given me, and I just come so close to Him, and I don't think I ever can go back to what I was before, and I'm just so thankful that I had the chance to go on this trip.
Hi, I'm Grace Plumley, and this is my second year on A Team. God really showed me this year to just listen to everything He has to say, in both the big things and the little things, and just in the silence and in the crashing waves. So God really taught me a lot, and I'm so glad that I went again on this trip.
Hi, I'm Jesse Armstrong, and this year I'm on an advanced team. It's my 4th year going, and this year God has really given me a realization and a passion and a fire to burn for Him, and recommitted my life to Christ. I'm just gonna serve Him and do whatever I can for Him, Lord. And when I was on the Outer Cliffs, God gave me a realization of the choice that we all have. He gave me the realization that there's one choice that you can go and follow your own path and do what you want, but you cannot, but that's only temporary. Your blessings will be limited, and the other choice was to go follow Him, and the blessings that you'll get will be eternal and forever. I just want to thank God for that. The advanced team was so much fun.
This year in advanced team, God basically just taught me that it's good sometimes just to be quiet and still, because He's always trying to tell you things, and it's really hard to understand and comprehend what He wants to hear and what He was trying to tell you when you have so many distractions like your cell phone or your MP3 player and stuff like that. Like, we learned a lot of this when we went hiking, because there was times where Len would just tell us to be quiet and just walk so we could look at all the beautiful nature that God has given us.
My name is Andrew Corjay. I'm on junior high, senior high team at New Sweden. Something God taught me on advanced team was how to better communicate with Him, and the main thing with that was to be still, be quiet, and concentrate, and also not focus on all the little things around me and really look for some sign from Him. Instead, I just kind of let him talk to me and listen, and I found like a song would pop into my head or something, and that's the way God would talk to me. So that's really what I learned.
While I was at Maine Team, I really thought about how all the devotions and all the amazing things they showed me in Acadia. I thought about how I haven't been doing any devotions or anything and reading my Bible and stuff like that. So God taught me that while I was there, I started doing that again, and I'm gonna continue that. And He answered some of my prayers that I was praying about. So He taught me just to keep with that kind of stuff.
Something God has shown me this past week is that I don't always have to rely on myself. I do a lot, but this week I made a lot of friends that I was kind of friends with before, and I'm a lot better friends with now. And I've also been praying a lot more, and that's really good.
Hi, my name's Andrea, and I'm on the skit team this year. And this year on advanced team, I learned a lot of things, but one of the biggest things that I learned was just that we heard a quote from one of the churches that we went to, and the pastor said that we should have prayer as our steering wheel instead of our spare tire. And that really touched me, just because I know that a lot of times I go to God to pray just when I need Him, and I should go to Him all the time. So yeah.
Hi, my name's Emily Gordon. I'm on the skit and music team in Presque Isle, and for me, advanced team wasn't that huge. I didn't have a huge God moment when I was there, but rather in Maine, He taught me that He needed to challenge me, and A Team kind of prepared me for that, and how to learn just to depend on Him completely through it.
Hi, I'm Karina Grossman, and I was on Skit and Music team, and it was my 4th year on the Maine team and my 2nd year on A team. And I learned 2 main things this year. First, I learned that we should rely on God for everything, not just when something goes wrong. We should come to Him with every little thing that we need and every little thankfulness and everything like that. And the second thing I learned is that friends can become so close that they can become family, and that's what happened with the A team this year. I know with that group in particular, I've made friendships that will last a lifetime. I love you all. Bye.
Well, we're at the end of this week. Actually 2 weeks for me. I was on A team, and for me this trip is about our kids. It's really good to be a part of this group, to watch these kids grow and bond together, to draw closer to God. And I'm thankful that I'm a part of this, and I was able to be a big part of worship time that we had. And I look forward to this every year.
Okay. A lot of my friends asked me before I came to Maine, what I was going to go here for, and they just laughed at me. They thought I was crazy when I told them I was going to go be with a bunch of junior and senior hires for a couple weeks. But it was so awesome, and I just had the best time ever. And I knew it going in, just to get away and be with God and really be able to worship Him, learn about worship, different ways to worship was just an amazing experience. But I think even more so was just being a part of the body and being around a bunch of kids that really love God and really know how to serve Him in amazing ways, and just to see their gifts and talents was such a blessing. And I just really praise God for the opportunity to be able to go.
Hello, my name is Len Armstrong, and I was one of the leaders on the Maine and Advanced team. One of the things about Maine this year we really pointed out was the fact that Maine is a time of community. Community first of Worcester County and in Bar Harbor with the people of the towns and the areas, and then it was within community within our own group. And what came out of that community was unity. After 8 years, this has been one of the greatest trips that we've had. And the Lord has been good, and the Lord has been blessed us. And thank you for your support and for your prayers.
When I think of this year, I think 2 things make this year stand out from some of the others. I think one thing is that we've really seen the growing impact of returning to this area. Just as one example, in the senior high group in New Sweden, we've had 3 college students coming out to join the junior and senior high group. I think you have to go pretty long and far to find a vacation Bible school that's drawing any kind of college crowd. But I think what that shows is that there's just a growing passion for the students here as they look forward to what our students are bringing and look forward to that time. And I think the other thing is just how much our students, particularly on this team, have worked together and have bonded together across grade levels, and certainly some kids have their favorite friends, but overall there's just been a tremendous ability to work together and to minister, and so that's been a beautiful thing to see.
Hi, I'm Kevin Gallagher, and Maine is awesome.
Hi, my name is Laura Nakaghost, and this is my first year in Maine, and it was a lot of fun. I had the pleasure this week of working on the Bible memory team, and I got the pleasure of also working with all the students, so I got to see everyone. I was very happy. I led one child to Christ. Her name was Sadie Faye, and she was in 1st and 2nd grade, and I'm really excited that I got to spend a week with my best friend Kat before she moved away, so I'm really happy about that. And Maine was just a great experience. I learned that no matter how much people frustrate you, you've got to work with them.
I'm Tim Alillo. I'm on the games team. This is my first year in Maine. I was glad I came here because I had a great experience at VBS. Got to know the kids a lot, and it was fun just hanging out with them and teaching them about Jesus and playing games with them. And I got to know God a lot better in Maine. And that's my story in Maine.
Okay, my name's Grant Woodworth, and I'm on the games team at Presque Isle. And this is my first year coming. I was really excited to come, and I learned a lot of patience because especially in games, kids can be really crazy. And I grew really close with some of the kids and also with God. it was really cool to see how the kids were really excited for VBS and sad when it was over. And I realized that we really do make an impact in here.
Hi, I'm Matt Larson, and I was on the New Sweden skit team for the skit and music team for the second time. And I think it's just really cool how the kids come to the VBS and they're really eager to learn about God and stuff. And there's even some kids that were in college that came, and I thought that was really cool how they still kept coming.
Hi, I'm Jean Jones. This is my third time in Maine. I'm on the pre-K team, and I was in Presque Isle. It was a great experience. It was just wonderful to see the little kids dance to the songs and raise their hands praising God and really responding to our kids. I was really happy to be here.
Hi, my name is Reagan Trotter. This is my first year coming to Maine, and I'm on the craft team. I've led one child to Christ and have made a deeper relationship with God, and I can't wait to come back next year.
I'm Alex Ackley, aka A-Babe, and I'm on the 4 and 5 teaching team. I was blessed with the opportunity of leading 2 kids to Christ this year, and it's my first year on Maine, and I kind of feel really good about that since a lot of kids don't get the opportunity. I had a great time with the kids. They were a lot of fun. In the end of the week, they were kind of more energetic than me, but I managed, I guess.
Hi, I'm Tim Heider, and what I learned this year is that the 5th and 6th grade kids are really cool, and I also met a lot of new people, and I didn't get to lead a child to Christ, but I still had a really fun time. And just remember that in Maine, anything is possible.
Hi, I'm Sam Tustin. I'm on the games team, and this is my second year. One of the things that I thought was really cool in Maine was getting to know the kids the whole entire week, because you barely knew them in the first day, but you knew them so much. You knew them a lot by the end of the week. So yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Hi, I'm Jim Bob, and this is my first year going to Maine, and I am on the 1st and 2nd grade teaching team. This year was really great, and I was blessed beyond reason because I got to lead a child to Christ, and I got to share a little bit of my testimony about how I was blessed the most. And it's just been an all-around great trip, and I've grown so much in Christ.
Hi, I'm David Cordray, and this is my first trip to Maine. I actually came to Maine to be able to eat Heather's shepherd's pie. But on a serious note, actually the real reason I came to Maine was I was the 5th and 6th grade team leader. And what was really great about this trip is to see our students in a different environment where they get to step up and be leaders, to teach other kids about Jesus, and just watch them really thrive in this environment. And it was a really great experience. And by the way, Heather's shepherd's pie is excellent.
Hi, I'm Alex. This is my second year coming to Maine. I'm on the junior senior high advanced team. I've learned this year that you can really make a lot of new friends in just a short week's time, and you can really miss them just in a short time of being away from them. I've learned that God has really helped me through my whole life, and He's going to help me, continue helping me through my life, and He's got a lot of stuff planned for me. I'm not sure what it is, but He'll help me figure that out.
Hi, I'm Megan. This is my first year coming here to Maine, and it was just so amazing. It's so pretty. The kids are so cute, and they really have a passion for God. And the one thing that I really wanted to do was lead a child to Christ, and God gave me that opportunity with a little girl named Shay, and she's so cute. She got so excited when I taught her God will never leave you. And I was just really happy to be able to lead a child to Christ.
Hi, my name is Brooke. This is my first year coming to Maine, and I was on the games team, and I led one child to Christ, and it was an amazing experience because you get to become a lot closer with your friends and a lot closer in your walk with God, and I will definitely come back next year.
Hi, my name is Kat Hempkin. I was at the New Sweden site for the Bible Memory Verse team. We helped the kids learn the Bible Memory Verses. I led 2 kids to Christ this week. It was a really good experience, and I'm glad I decided to go to Maine, and I grew really close to God this week.
My name is Jenna Birchnall, and this was my second trip to Maine, and I'm the leader for the Bible Memory team. And I think the one thing that really impacted me the most was seeing all of the children work with Scripture and just really getting to know God's Word a little bit better and really truly hiding it within their heart. And they just did an amazing job, and it was really inspirational to see their eagerness to learn God's Word and to please Him in that way. So I'm so glad that I was able to come this year and to just spend time with the students and continue to build my relationship with them, and just to see Christ's love within our family here, and just to be a part of something bigger in this way.
My name's Hannah, and I was in the arts and crafts room, and God taught me to always, He gives you strength when you really need Him, especially when you're tired, like I was. And yeah.
Before I came to Maine, I didn't really pay attention to my walk with God, and when I came here, I realized that God's creations are all beautiful, and that I've been missing out on a lot, and He just affected me a lot.
This is my first year to Maine, and it was really exciting. I had a lot of fun, and I got closer with people that I didn't know at all, like Tabitha. And the scenery here is gorgeous. Back home in Delaware, it's kind of boring and stuff, but the mountains here are gorgeous. And that was pretty much my favorite part of Maine.
This was my second year at Maine, and I think this was my best year because last year I was just opening up to Maine, and this year I know a lot more about it, and VBS was a lot more fun this year. And I just really like Maine a lot. It's really beautiful here, and I've seen 3 bears and 3 moose, and that was one of the pluses about Maine this year. And just teaching the kids, it was a great experience, and I can't wait till next year because I loved it.
What I liked most about Maine was probably the serenity of everything. I mean, in Delaware, it's okay, but it's always loud. There's always sirens or work trucks or construction going on. But up here, there's none of that. And where we're staying, there aren't really many people at all. And there are places you can get to, and it's just beautiful, and it's just so scenic, and it's an amazing experience being up here and just seeing all of the wildlife and everything. So yeah, I saw a moose for the first time in my life. That was pretty cool as well. Yep.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Friedkin. This is my second year going to Maine. I'm on the Skating Music team again, and I think it's really cool that I get to share my talents to lead little kids to Christ, and I'm really excited to go again next year.
I came here not knowing what to expect, and really God showed me so much through this. He opened my eyes to, I guess, what it means to be part of a healthy church, which was really cool for me, and it made me see a lot of things, made me put different viewpoints for other things, and took care of a lot of misconceptions about churches, which was, in my eyes, very awesome. And also to see adult leaders doing what they're doing here with passion and care and love in it was amazing for me, and great role models for me. And that's pretty much my main experience.
Hi, I'm Kelly Cocker, and this is my third year coming to Maine. And this year I was on this first and second grade team, and I had the opportunity to lead 2 kids to Christ. And my relationship with God has definitely grown a lot stronger over the past week, and I really can't wait to see what He has for me next.
Hi, my name is Matthew Kelly, and I'm on the pre-KK team. This is my first year going, and I learned a lot on this trip. I learned how to pray better and how to worship better, and this was an awesome experience this year.
So this is my third year going to Maine, and the first 2 years I went as a student. But this year I decided to come back after 3 years of not going as a leader, and I'm really glad that I did it. And at first I was kind of like not sure how things would go because I just graduated from high school and I don't really feel that I'm the leader type for like a missions trip yet, but God told me to go, so I went, and I learned a lot, and He just taught me that it doesn't really matter how old you are or who you are, what kind of personality you have. To be a leader, you just have to be willing to follow Him and just be willing to be open up to what He has for your life, and I think that's just amazing, and I'm so glad that He brought me on this trip and showed me how to do that. And we're standing in front of this lovely cargo van because I have to tell you a nice story, I suppose. I guess it was 2 nights ago. Today's Friday, if you were wondering. It started raining really, really hard when we were at worship, and it was beautiful and it was awesome, and it was thunderstorming and lightning and everything, and I love thunderstorms, so I was really excited. But we were in our tent about to fall asleep, and like Tori and Sarah were in my tent, and they were running around in the rain trying to get like from the bathroom and everything. And they came back, and then when they came back, Sydney was like, "Tori, your shirt is really wet," and she picked one up off the floor, and it was like dripping water. And then we realized that our tent was like leaking because it was raining so hard. Like, I mean, it was raining hard. And the water was just like flooding it, not flooding, but it was like coming in, and everything on their side of the tent was just dripping wet. So we all had to like pile all our stuff up into a huge mountain in the middle of the tent, and we ended up sleeping in a regular van, but now we got to sleep in a beautiful, lovely cargo van, and it is quite an experience. And I'm really glad that God made that happen to us, because before, when we were in the tents, we would just like go to bed and not talk at night, but last night when we were in the cargo vans, we really got to open up and just talk about God and pray together. And I'm really glad that God put that experience into our lives, because He shows us that He's going to give us challenges, and we're going to have to make a choice on how we're going to deal with those challenges. But if you take it with a light heart and have fun with it, you're going to get the best out of it, and it's going to be amazing. So that's just a little bit of what I got from Maine.
Hi, I'm Kristen Carey, and I'm on the 5th and 6th grade team. It's my second year at Maine, and I've grown a lot closer to God this year than I did last year. I've learned how to worship better, and not only singing is worship, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Darby Biasato. This is my second year going to Maine, and I was on the skit and music team. And unlike last year, I feel like I've grown really close to God this trip. I really learned how to be a servant and what an impact we make on the people here and what they make on us. And it's just been such a powerful experience for me.
Hello, I am Canada. This is my 3rd year going to Maine. 2 years I went on advanced team, and this year I am a leader and also an intern for the summer. I led the games team this year at Prescott, and we had a really, really fun time working with the kids and trying to get them energized about Christian games and stuff, trying to relate the games to things that the other teachers had taught about during the day. It was really fun being a leader because I got to see the kids from more of a looking onto them standpoint instead of working with them, which was really, really interesting to see how they'd matured over the year that I've been gone and everything that they'd grown through Christ doing. So I'm really glad I was able to come this year, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for me next year. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Spencer. So I wasn't really sure what to think about the Maine trip. Never been on a mission trip before. I haven't been going to the church that long, so really had no idea what to expect, but I'm definitely glad I came. Grown a lot in my faith since I've came. It's been a great week. I made a lot of new friends, and I just really enjoyed working with the kids and seeing the difference we make in their lives, and that's about it.
First, I'd like to say thank you to all our prayer and financial supporters. Without you, this trip could not be possible and souls would still be lost. Secondly, I'd like to thank the whole team for their help with KP this week. You guys were great in the kitchen. Thank you very much. And to my rowdy, super duper energetic skit and music team, You guys were awesome this week. You did all that we asked and more, and you made a real difference in the world. And lastly, I'd like to communicate what the pastor of the Baptist Church in New Sweden communicated to our team, and that was that something magical happens when this team arrives in their little towns, and that thing that is magical is the light of Jesus Christ, and it was shining through these students.
Put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and you shake it all about. We had on one night, we had a little mini dance party, and all joking aside, you know, doing the hokey pokey or doing the twist or whatever with a group of students who really love each other, love being around each other, love fellowshipping together, and seeing the love that we all have for one another in an environment like that. When we get back and we can be goofy together, we can put our arms around each other and pray together and be serious together. No matter what the situation, it was awesome to see this group of students and this group of adult leaders and paid ministry staff all coming together as a group who loves each other and loves God. It was awesome to see.
Hi, my name is Alana Hankerson. This is my first time going to Maine, and I'm on the Bible Memory first team. I guess one of my experiences and going to Maine is just being with all like nature and stuff. I just love, you know, animals and stuff, and I got to see a moose, so I was really excited and stuff. So I guess I was just happy to see all the animals and interesting stuff.
Hi, my name is Melissa Osdahl, and it's my first year in Maine, and I led the craft team, and it was just fun. I enjoyed doing crafts, and it was nice getting all the projects together and helping the kids make the projects, and I just had an amazing craft team. All the kids on my team in the youth group, they just really did all the work, and they were just great kids to work with, and I'm so thankful for all the work that they did. And this week I didn't really know what to expect with it being my first year, but it was a great week. It was a little hard being away from my daughter, Michaela, but through that little challenge, God really used it as a way to just draw me closer to Him and help me to, you know, rely on Him. And I'm thankful that I had the week to get to know God better. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tori DeRazio. This is my second year in Maine, and I'm on the skit and music team. And last year I led One Child to Christ, and my goal was to lead others closer to God, which did happen. This year I thought it'd be the exact same deal, but instead of leading the kids closer to God, I got led myself.
I'm Sarah Taylor. It's my first year in Maine. I was on the skit and music team, and I thought that I would be leading the kids more to Christ than I would myself, but I've gotten so much closer to them, to God, and just like the kids, I'm sure they have too. And I'm just glad I could have this experience.
Hi, my name's Carl Jones. This is my third year coming back from Maine, and I had a really good time again. I think the most important thing about Maine is what God teaches us, how much He loves us, and it shows. It's like it's magnified when you're up in Maine. You see these children, your children, His children, working so hard, putting so much energy and emotion, and everything that they've got into their task, and to watch them gain success after success, and most importantly, they themselves growing closer to the Lord.
Hi, I'm Amanda Tustin. This is my second year going to Maine. I was with the 3rd and 4th graders, and I led 2 kids to Christ, and I really connected with God on this trip, and I also bonded with the Maine team. I can't wait for next year.
My name's Dusty Birchnall, and this is my 3rd year as a leader up in Maine, and I believe my purpose on this mission was to beat junior hires into submission until they would leave my sleeping bag alone, stop stuffing it with toilet paper and things like that. But in all seriousness, I think the coolest thing about this trip is it makes you realize that all the stuff back home, a lot of the stuff back home, you just don't need. You get out here and you realize, you're out of your comfort zone, and you don't have to worry about, you're not worrying about what clothes you're wearing the next day, or if your clothes are going to look good, or whatever, just different things like that. And I like that. It's a good feeling, and I'm just going to do my best when I get back home not to be too concerned with those kind of things that just don't matter.